Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the MJ Innocent podcast. I'm your host, Moonwalker Tanya. If you are a Moonwalker, please like and subscribe. If you are a MJ hater, then beat it. Alright, so today I want to wish a very happy birthday to Mr. Tom Mesereau. He turned 72 today. Yes, so I don't know if you have the day off today, Tom, but I do want to say happy birthday to you, and you really are a true hero to the Michael Jackson community, and I'm so thankful that even to this day you defend Michael, and you're even working for the estate, trying to fight against the HBO lawsuit. Alright, so let's go into a little history about Tom Mesereau. Alright. So his father encouraged him to go to law school, which I thought was a brilliant idea. Because in my opinion, I think the two top majors that you have the most options with are law school and business school. Alright, so he tried different types of jobs in the law, and he was even a prosecutor at one time, but he did not like it. He said that he had to prosecute a girl who shoplifted, and she was convicted, but Tom Mesereau, he actually wanted to get her help because she was going through some hard times, but they wouldn't let him. He had to prosecute her. So when she was convicted, he said he went back up to his office and everyone wanted to give him high fives, and he was like, no, I don't consider this a win. So that's when he knew the prosecution wasn't for him. And to be honest with you, I mean, I wanted to be a lawyer as well, and I don't think I could be a prosecutor. I would rather work for the defense. Because depending on what the case is, I'm kind of like Tom Mesereau. I'm like, everyone makes mistakes, and maybe sometimes they just need to get some help, but it depends. I mean, let's think about it, for example. The girl who shoplifted against John List, who murdered all 5 members of his immediate family. I mean, who do you think really should have been prosecuted? Yeah, John List. Oh, and if you haven't seen my videos about that, I actually did 2 videos about John List back in November of last year, because last year was the 50th anniversary of that unfortunate tragedy. Yeah, so Tom Mesereau tried a few different other jobs. He would supervise other lawyers, he worked for other companies, and then he became a defense attorney. And that's when he knew that it was for him. And I do know that he was kind of busy with the Robert Blake case before he started to work for Michael during the 2005 case. And I heard that there was kind of like a fallout with the Robert Blake case, so Tom Mesereau left that case. And then that's when Randy Jackson reached out to him again, and he went to go meet Michael, and Michael's lawyers asked Tom Mesereau a lot of questions, and then that's when Michael knew that he was the one. Yeah. And, they stayed in touch a little bit after the trial, and I'm just very thankful that Tom Mesereau was so strong, and he was very wise about it, too. He said that he didn't go out to restaurants or really anything during the 2005 trial. He would just go to court, and then he would go home. So that way that the media or the press couldn't try to, follow him or anything. Yeah. And that's what I admire about Tom Mesereau. He's not like the kind of lawyers the other kind of lawyers that we've heard about. He's very soft-spoken, he's not afraid to be honest, and he tells the truth. I also love what he said about the Me Too movement. He said, I think the Me Too movement is a very powerful movement, but unfortunately it has also created false allegations along with real allegations. But he does believe that within time, a lot of good will come from the Me Too movement. And I believe that too. But we need to get rid of the false allegations first. And he even said regarding that, people had to be very careful and separate what is true and what is false. Another thing I like about Tom Mesereau is during the '05 trial, they were trying to give him advice. Like, for example, they tried to say to him, like, try to prevent having women in the jury. But that's what I love about Tom Mesereau, because he follows his instincts. He doesn't let anyone else tell him what to do. And he actually had a lot of women in the jury. Yeah. And I was listening to an interview, I want to say about a week ago, and there was an interview that he was doing, and the interviewer was saying, well, I know you probably get asked a lot about the Michael Jackson case, but they wanted to ask him some more questions about that. But the thing is, I don't think Tom Mesereau would ever be tired of talking about the case when it comes to Michael's innocence. That would be like asking me if I would ever get tired of defending Michael. And the answer to that is never. I mean, you can ask anyone who knows me very well, whether if it's Brantley, MJ's Lady, Derek, Nellum, Leslie, Steven, I mean, you name it. All my Moonwalker friends say that I would never get tired of it. I tried to limit myself when it comes to haters, though, because after a while, they just, when they kind of make it seem like they're just not going to listen to anything you say, then that's when I'm just like, you know what? I just don't think you're going to listen. And I'm pretty sure Tom Mesereau is the same way. And what I especially love about him is he was not afraid to say what Wade and James' motives were when they came out with their false allegations. He said, I do believe that they are financially motivated to do this. And the fact that they are demanding $1.5 billion, I think that confirms that. They claim it's not about money. But like Tom Mesereau said, when you pursue a civil case, it's all about the money. Yep. All right, so to Tom Mesereau, thank you so much for defending Michael and proving that he was always innocent. And I'm so thankful that you defend him even to this day. I'm glad that you work with the estate. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen with HBO next year. I mean, that case should have been over a long time ago, but I don't know if if COVID had something to do with the delay. I heard that HBO kept asking for extensions. It was ridiculous. That case should have been taken care of, like, right after the mockumentary happened, in my opinion. All right, so happy birthday, Tom Mesereau, and I'll see you guys in the comments.